Hey, I'm back in the place that I live, thank God. Um, because I was in Canada for a week. I haven't had my computer with me, so that means I have been without the internet for 9 days now, and without anything, cell phone coverage. And I forgot my charger for my iPod, so I've pretty much been without electronics in general. And that hasn't happened for a year now, and I like that's so sad to me because before I got my laptop and computers and stuff, I used to read all the time. Now I don't read as much, but I miss that, and I'm gonna try to start reading again. So I will do that and start writing more and all the stuff that I used to enjoy and I was good at and I loved, and yeah, I'm gonna do that again. So when you go to Canada from the United States, which is about as close as I'm going to get to telling you where I live, um, you have to go through, in Canada when you're coming back to the United States, because when you're going there it's not as bad, but when you're coming back, um, you have to go through U.S. Customs, which is weird, because you're in Canada, but you go in there, and I was starting to freak out because when my bag went through the X-ray machine, they were like pointing at the screen and like, "Hey, what is this? I don't know what this is. Oh my gosh, hey, come over here. Why don't you take a look at this screen right here?" And I was like, "I'm not a terrorist. I did not do anything wrong. I promise." And I was scared. But then the guy took my bag, and he had this weird brush thing. Don't know what it was. And then he like did some stuff, and he took out. I have this crankable flashlight, which I keep it for emergencies. I take that with me in most places when I go traveling. And he like takes it out, and he's like, "Is this some sort of radio?" Music player thing, and I'm like, "Oh, it's a rechargeable flashlight." And he's like, "Oh, cool." Back the bag. I swear, I didn't have any liquids. I put all my liquids in Ziploc bags. I made sure that I did that, and I was very careful about what I brought. And I don't know, maybe maybe he wanted my candy. That's likely. That is likely. I think he wanted my candy. That is why he checked my bag. He saw my candy and he wanted one. As many people know in Canada, they use the metric system and they use Celsius, so I found myself, like, a lot of the time, I was looking at road signs and it was like, "To this city, 203, and I was like, "What? 203 miles? That's, oh, kilometers. Got it." And they do all their gas by liters, so I have no idea what they're talking about. And I found myself doing Celsius to Fahrenheit equations all the time, and oh gosh, I need to practice the metric system. Oh, United States, why do we use standard system if nowhere else in the world does except for England? That's what I'm going to tell Obama if I ever meet him. But Obama, let's switch to the metric system because then we can actually know what we're doing in other countries and not be so ignorant and lost. Speaking of ignorance, in Canada, they only talk about American stuff, and they talk about American TV, they talk about American Idol, not Canadian Idol, they talk about just American stuff most of the time, and they have all the stores America has, and yeah, they pretty much talk about American stuff all the time, except they know everything about Canada too. So they talk about all the things that happen in Canada. And when people says, "Oh, I'm from Vancouver," or "I'm from Calgary," or "I'm from Quebec or City," or "I'm from Halifax" or something, they know what you're talking about. But here in the United States, we have no idea what they're talking about when they talk about Canada. It's really funny though because I was talking to my great aunt, and she said that she told people that she was from near Toronto and they had no idea what that was. I thought people knew what Toronto was, at least. At least Toronto. Note that this is not for all Americans, and there are Americans that do know about Canada, such as myself and my family, because we related to people in Canada, and we go to Canada, and there are other people who know about Canada. I'm just saying that a lot of people in the United States don't know about Canada. And correct me if I'm wrong, but that's the aura that I'm getting from it. So, guys, learn about Canada. Learn about it. Because it's a really nice place, and the people are so fantastically nice, and a lot less crowded than the United States if you live in big cities. Unless you live in, like, little cities where... So, I don't know. Well, I'm gonna end this now before I end up rambling for another 10 minutes. Thanks, and... yeah, that's pretty much it. Have a nice day.